football is loved around the world because it is unpredictable. No matter how strong one team looks or how impossible the scoreline seems, a match is never truly over until the referee blows the final whistle. Some of the greatest moments in football history have come from incredible comebacks. Matches where teams refused to give up, fought back against overwhelming odds, and created memories that fans will never forget. A comeback is more than just scoring goals. It is about determination, belief, teamwork, and the courage to keep fighting even when everything seems lost. These unforgettable matches remind us why millions of people fall in love with football every year. One of the most famous comebacks ever happened in the *1999 UEFA Champions League finalists between *Manchester United and *Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich took the lead early in the match through a free kick from Mario Basler. For almost the entire game, the German Giants controlled possession and looked certain to lift Europe's biggest trophy. Manchester United kept attacking despite running out of time. As injury time began, many Bayern fans were already celebrating. Then everything changed. In the 91st minute, Teddy Sheringham scored from a corner kick to make it 1-1. The stadium erupted, but the drama was not finished. Just 2 minutes later, another corner found Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who flicked the ball into the roof of the net. United had scored twice in stoppage time to win 2-1. Commentator Clive Tildesley's famous words, "Can Manchester United score? They always score," became part of football history. It remains one of the greatest examples of never giving up. Another unforgettable comeback came during the *2005 UEFA Champions League final, often called the Miracle of Istanbul. Liverpool faced AC Milan, one of the strongest teams ever assembled. Milan's lineup featured football legends such as Paolo Maldini, Andrea Pirlo, Kaká, and Andriy Shevchenko. By halftime, Liverpool were losing 3-0. Most fans believed the final was already over. Manager Rafael Benitez inspired his players during the break, asking them to fight for pride even if they could not win. What followed shocked the football world. Steven Gerrard headed in Liverpool's first goal. Just 2 minutes later, Vladimir Schmeiser scored from long range. Minutes after that, Xabi Alonso converted the rebound after his penalty was saved. In just 6 incredible minutes, Liverpool had gone from 3-0 down to 3-3. The match eventually reached penalties, where goalkeeper Jerzy Dudek produced legendary saves. Liverpool completed one of the greatest Champions League comebacks ever and lifted the trophy against all expectations. Then came another incredible story involving Barcelona in the 2017 Champions League round 16 against Paris Saint-Germain. PSG had dominated the first leg, winning 4-0. No team had ever recovered from such a large first-leg deficit in the Champions League knockout stage. Many football experts believed Barcelona had no chance. Inside Camp Nou, however, belief remained. Barcelona raced into a 3-0 lead before Edinson Cavani scored for PSG. That away goal meant Barcelona now needed 3 more goals with only minutes remaining. As the clock ticked toward 90 minutes, the dream looked over. Then Neymar took control. He scored a brilliant free kick. Moments later, he converted a penalty. Finally, in stoppage time, Neymar delivered a perfect cross for Sergi Roberto, who stretched to score the winning goal. Barcelona completed an unbelievable 6-1 victories, winning 6-5 on aggregate. The match became known simply as La Remontada, the comeback. These incredible matches prove that football is never finished until the final whistle. Whether it is Manchester United in Barcelona, Liverpool in Istanbul, or Barcelona at Camp Nou, belief has the power to change history. In Part 2 we'll explore even more unforgettable football comebacks, including historic World Cup turnarounds, stunning league victories, and modern miracles that left millions of fans speechless. Football has always been a sport where belief can overcome the impossible. Even when a team is losing by several goals, the match is never truly over. Some of the greatest football stories have been written by teams that refused to surrender, showing incredible determination, teamwork, and mental strength. These unforgettable comebacks remind fans why football remains the world's most exciting sport. One remarkable comeback came in the 2017 UEFA Europa League, when Lille faced AS Roma. Lyon built a comfortable advantage in the first leg, but Roma responded with relentless attacking football in the return match. Every goal increased the pressure, and the atmosphere became electric. Although Lyon eventually progressed, the match demonstrated how quickly momentum can change in knockout football. Every tackle, save, and counter-attack became more important as the minutes passed. Another unforgettable comeback took place in the 2019 UEFA Champions League, when Tottenham Hotspur faced Ajax in the semi-finals. Ajax had stunned Europe by eliminating both Real Madrid and Juventus. After winning the first leg in London and taking a 2-0 lead in the second leg, Ajax seemed certain to reach the final. Tottenham looked completely out of the contest. But football has a way of creating miracles. Lucas Moura scored Tottenham's first goal to give them hope. Minutes later, he struck again after a chaotic scramble inside the penalty area. Suddenly, Ajax's confidence began to disappear, while Tottenham believed they could achieve the impossible. As the match entered stoppage time, Spurs launched one final attack. Dele Alli cleverly passed the ball into Moura's path, and the Brazilian calmly slotted it into the bottom corner to complete his hat-trick. Tottenham had won on away goals with the very last kick of the match. Their players collapsed onto the pitch in celebration, while Ajax's players stood frozen in disbelief. It remains one of the most dramatic Champions League comebacks ever. Football history also remembers the legendary Newcastle United vs Arsenal Premier League match in 2011. Arsenal completely dominated the first half and raced into a 4-0 lead after only 26 minutes. Fans believed the match was already over. However, Newcastle refused to give up. Cheikh Tiote, Joey Barton, Leon Best, and their teammates kept attacking. Joey Barton converted 2 penalties, Leon Best added another goal, and then, in the final minutes, Cheikh Tiote scored an incredible long-range volley to make it 4-4. St. James's Park exploded with celebration. Recovering from 4 goals behind against one of England's strongest teams, remains one of the Premier League's greatest comebacks. International football has produced unforgettable turnarounds as well. During the 2022 FIFA World Cup, Saudi Arabia shocked the world against Argentina. Lionel Messi gave Argentina an early lead from the penalty spot, and many expected a comfortable victory. Argentina even had several goals ruled out for offside before halftime. Everything changed after the break. Saudi Arabia scored twice within 5 incredible minutes through Saleh Al-Shehri and Salem Al-Dawsari. Their disciplined defending and incredible determination kept Argentina from equalizing despite constant pressure. Although Argentina eventually recovered to win the World Cup, Saudi Arabia's comeback remains one of the biggest upsets in football history. Another famous comeback happened in the 2023 Premier League when Manchester City battled back in several crucial matches during their title-winning campaign. Pep Guardiola's team repeatedly showed why champions never panic. Even when trailing, they maintained possession, trusted their system, and eventually found winning goals through patience and quality. These performances demonstrated that successful comebacks are not only about emotion. They also require tactical intelligence, physical fitness, and confidence under pressure. One factor shared by nearly every great comeback is leadership. Captains often become the driving force behind remarkable recoveries. Steven Gerrard inspired Liverpool in Istanbul. Roy Keane famously motivated Manchester United throughout difficult moments. Lionel Messi has led Barcelona and Argentina through countless challenging situations. Leaders encourage teammates to keep believing, even when the odds appear impossible. Managers also play a crucial role. Great coaches recognize when tactical changes are needed. A substitution, formation change, or motivational halftime speech can completely transform a match. Rafael Benitez's halftime adjustments during Liverpool's Miracle of Istanbul remain one of football's greatest examples of managerial influence. Fans contribute as well. The atmosphere inside famous stadiums like Anfield, Old Trafford, Camp Nou, Signal Iduna Park, and the Santiago Bernabeu often inspires players to push beyond their limits. Loud support can create pressure on opponents while giving home players extra energy to continue fighting. Modern football continues to produce incredible comeback stories because today's game is faster, more competitive, and more physically demanding than ever before. Teams analyze opponents in greater detail, yet moments of brilliance and determination still make the difference. Every comeback teaches the same lessons. Limas tell the always does the final story. Champions are remembered not only for winning, for refusing to quit when defeat seems certain. That is why the greatest football comebacks remain timeless. They are stories of courage, resilience, teamwork, and belief. Decades later, fans still watch these matches, relive the dramatic moments, and remember exactly where they were when football history was made. In the beautiful game, hope never disappears until the referee blows the final whistle. Sometimes, the most unforgettable victories begin when everything seems lost.